So then, last game.
Yeah.
Realm against Voices of War on the how many planets can we fit into one system, Voices of War home system.
Indeed. It's a nice system. It gets a little bit intense with the amount of planets, but I like the fact that you can only start on 2 of the planets, so it's like you've got to get into orbital and there's lots of crazy stuff going on and lots of different stuff that can happen in each game.
Yeah, I think it gives a lot of opportunities, I think, and I don't think we've really seen it play to its full potential yet, to be quite honest. But I think Voices of War are really going to be pushed here against the Realm. Their inability to shut down a game is going to give Realm some great opportunities to bring it back, even if they start losing.
So we'll see how Voice of War play. As you say, they've just had difficulty closing it out, and Realm are generally quite reliable. Of course, Realm again are really putting everything into this fight, because if they win this, then they win Clan Wars Season 1.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see Realm going to make some good moves on the moon. I think we'll see them play that quite heavily, and Voice of War could be in trouble there because Realm have a lot of really good micro 1v1 players, and moon is where they're going to feel right at home. I expect though to see pretty much the same type of player setup as we saw last time. So I think it's been 3 on. And I'm not gonna say the name. I can't say the name. They had me saying it before. Got it horribly wrong. Worster or something. There's some umlauts over that U.
Yeah.
Yeah. A D in
Verster.
GCSE German.
It would
everyone.
be with a V, wouldn't it? So it'd be Verster.
Well, that's what I thought. That's what I said, but they told me that's wrong.
What? Oh.
Yeah, exactly. German.
Oh, hey, say this thing. Say this thing. Oh, you got it wrong.
Yeah. They were playing with me the other day. Apparently, I've heard that Germans find it very hard to say squirrel. So we should totally get Cryo in here and challenge him. That's right. Learn the English. Come on. Long wait here, I think, for the team spawn. They're going to use their full 2 minutes, it seems.
Yeah, looks like they're going to wait right to the end. Carefully choosing their starting spots.
Looks like Realm's picked.
And here we go. Hello and welcome everybody, I'm ZaphodX, and we are here with the last game of today for Clan Wars Season 1, as we see Realm facing off against Voices of War. And let's take a little look at the spawning positions. We've got 2 people from Voices of War in orange here, and 2 people in white from Realm. So we're going to have 2 and 2 on the 2 spawnable planets. Verster, this desert planet, and down over on Mond, this moon. Probably going to see most of the early action happening on the moon. Very close quarters here.
Yes, hello, I'm Quitch.
Sorry about that. I'm also joined here by Quitch.
This is the Zaphod show. This is no one else. It's all him.
Come on now.
I forgot his coffee the other day, and he's never really forgiven me since then. I think that's this moon. Good guess he's Doctor Heavy play. Go for a 2 for 2. I think last time it was a 3 on the desert planet on a 1 on the moon.
No, I think it was 2v2 in the last game.
2v2 was it? Yeah. Okay. I have to say favourite Realm on the moon just because I think that kind of Doc's play is going to suit them much better.
Yeah.
But some aggressive moves already coming in here from Voices of War. Already starting to get a feel for it. If we look at the mechs distribution, there's a lot of mechs between the 2 bases. A lot to fight for there.
Yeah, and first bit of action just happening. That player is a little bit isolated, or a little bit in between the 2 orange players. I think this Realm player just here.
Well, I have to say, I feel that perhaps Voice of War got slightly better of the spawns. They've got a player on the desert planet. It's quite isolated. It's got a bit of space to just expand out by himself without getting too much harassment. And again on the moon, I think Voice of War got some nice metal expansion just behind one of their bases, which they're already taking. Whereas the Realms is just between them and Voices of War. So, although I don't know why Voices of War have that Fabber just hanging out there. I don't know what he's doing.
Oh.
Yep.
Not hanging anymore.
No, unsurprisingly dies. That was not the best play there, boys. Oh,
here we go. Doc's micro can fare pretty well against the Grenadiers.
Yeah, strangely, the combat fab are not dropping any walls, but if you're not going to drop any walls, then why are you sending the combat fab and grenadiers? That's the point, surely.
There we go, some walls going up now. Combat fab are excellent at getting up walls, so quick.
Yeah, if they could drop enough walls around there, then they can.
And the long range as well over T1 engineers is pretty useful.
They can deny that entire metal expansion to the realm if they just drop enough walls and put grenadiers behind them, and they don't even need it themselves. Although the Fabber who is expanding out over to the south of one of their bases, I think it's the south, no, the north even, has been taken out.
That's a lovely little pickup from that bomber. He's coming in for another kill against this engineer. Pop, he gets another little kill there. Good harassment from bombers.
We see, though, that over on the desert planet, though, that Voice of War are expanding out quite nicely, which has given them a bit of an economic lead over Realm at this early stage.
Okay. And looking at the eco, currently leading 300 to 260. It's a small lead, 10% for Voice of War right now. And I think it's nice the aggressive moves from this player from Voice of War, moving forwards with their commander, building the walls as they go. But how vulnerable are they? They're about to die. Watch these boom bots. In they come. Commander realises in time. Will we see an excellent Uber Cannon which will save his life?
Uber Cannon now?
No, he's dead.
That was poor play. They bunched up before attacking an Uber Cannon at that moment, and he'd have been just fine.
You're right. They really bunched up just before they attacked, and one Uber Cannon there, he would have survived. He would have taken damage for sure, but he would have survived. And he just gets caught out there. And this is the big advantage of going all bots, because you can go in with this Dox harass and then suddenly pull out the boom bots and put a snipe out of someone who isn't paying attention.
Yeah, Moon's very much, unless you have a very particular max layout on a Moon, you're almost always better going with the Dox. The angles of attack from any direction make it very hard to play defensive. The Dox just run around and they raid everywhere. But that was just, I think we were saying that the Voice of War are not a micro team, they are very much the macro team going through the economy, and when it comes down to an opportunity to pull off an awesome Uber Cannon, Voices of War are not the team that are going to do that.
So the other Voice of War player who hasn't really been in the action is now expanding out to those mechs again, finally beginning to put some of the pressure in on this commander. He's taking him down to 84%. But Commander Building Wall seems to be defending pretty well. So even though that one commander got taken down, that base is still entirely safe right now. They can't just break through now and take care of that. So it's not a huge loss, I think, for Voices of War.
Voices of War from the desert planet, though, looking in trouble at one of their bases, starting to get surrounded. And indeed near them, in actual fact, Realm are now going into orbital with a couple of Astraeus coming out.
Looking like picking up some engineers there.
So I think unless they can really put the pressure on that Realm base, that the Voices of War base could be in trouble. And if they start losing on the desert planet, that could turn nasty for them pretty quickly.
Yep, so they're heading straight to Asteroid, aren't they? A good position to be holding on to. And what else is happening on the desert planet? Because we've been focusing mostly on the moon so far.
I think we're seeing, Voices of War really starting to look in trouble down there now.
Yeah, taking a lot of pressure.
Yeah, they haven't really managed to join up their two players. The one who was a good opportunity for an expansion, but he's been losing the mechs right next to his base as well. So they can see the orbital presence. They've got some orbital radar. Oddly, going into the lake, which I think is a real mistake. That lake is not going to be a significant factor in this game.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to pay off for them, because there's no medal in that lake either.
Yeah, that's a massively defensive move. I suppose they could move over to defend this, but it's not worth that kind of investment. They need units in the ground game.
We see stuff happening on the moon. One of the guys under pressure on the desert planet, but right now falling down to 25%, being chased by some boombots and some Dox as well. He shoots down all the boombots, which is lucky, but he's been dueling with that other commander. He remains on 60% compared to 25%, so he's quite far behind here. Needs to be very careful because it's quite easy to die when you're this low.
Yeah, meanwhile they're losing the base that they're advancing from the realm there, but I think it's going to pay off for them, to be quite honest. I think that commander's looking so vulnerable. Unfortunately the boombots are on the wrong side. They need to head up further north, swing round to the other side to get the commander. They're sitting near the factories. Yeah,
this is suddenly a huge turnaround for Voices of War. So after they lost their commander, they're suddenly now putting pressure on two sides on that one player, and they're destroying all those factories now as they attack from behind. And this commander is very, very out of position. He's surrounding himself in walls, which is always a great idea.
Well, it's not going to work this time because it's all grenadiers from voice. It's the first time on this planet that the grenadier composition.
Oh, Boombot's coming in at the commander though. Oh, they didn't go in.
I don't think they'd make it. I don't think they know.
Oh, they do know. They do know. They should go in. They could have got him, but now he's walled himself off. They might not be able to get past those walls.
I think there were enough walls. I think they'd have filtered around the edge and he'd have picked them off before they could have killed. On the other hand, Voices of War not great with the Uber cannon, so maybe not. But yeah, I felt these grenadiers from Voices of War are a mistake though. They're not coming up against big walls from Realm, so really they're just getting overwhelmed by docks.
Boombot's coming in. Oh, trying to sneak around the side of the walls. Oh, it's enough.
Ouch.
You need so few Boombots when they're low like that. And they do make it. So, this is okay. He's now going to move in with his commander. Commander's sitting on 45%. Units coming in from the south. Just about enough to really put him under pressure.
And on the desert planet, we see that one of the Voices of War players making the last stand there. Again, in a little walled off area. But he's going to die. They're losing this planet quite hard now.
Yeah, he's on 21%, kind of being chased by those tanks. I think he can still get out. Inferno actually attacking the Realm player over. Oh, more Boombot's coming out as well, and it does not quite take him out. This Realm player is sitting here with his commander all alone and no support. And really, I feel. Oh, he can't get out because the southern player is being absolutely overwhelmed.
Yeah, both Realm players. And I see a teleporter going up, so I think that Realm might be. Well, I think they're probably going to bring reinforcements rather than evacuate, because they've got such a convincing lead over on the desert planet now. Yeah. And they're starting to build up now on Asteroid, and indeed they've also landed the commander on Ocean. So unless Voice of War start, although they seem to have forgotten that they have a commander there, so unless Voices of War start to turn this one around quite quickly. Realm have a presence on every planet, even if they're not actually doing anything with those presences yet. Yeah,
let's take a little look around then. What about Gas Giant? So nothing on the Gas Giant so far. And we do actually see an Astraeus landed with an engineer on the Metal planet. That's nice, just to at least have it there.
Oh, the Realm just lost their commander over on Mond.
Yeah, no surprise. He was already low, pretty vulnerable to Boombots. And really, can this commander at the south be saved? Oh, he's going to get through the teleporter.
He's getting out of there, but this moon is going to remain a Voice of War by the looks of it then, with its 44 metal, so not a bad little pickup for them, but they need to get off this planet and to other planets really fast, because otherwise, eventually, Realm are going to wake up and start using the units they've landed, and they'll eco quite hard, but they seem to have forgotten about them.
Remember, it's 300 metal each. The eco's still even right now, and a lot more power in favour of Voices of War. So, Realms still need to build all of this metal they have available to them. They're building up on Asteroid finally. On the Metal planet, they still haven't moved yet. That's a pity because they're already there. On Ocean, they're also building up. So all of their commanders now have some free time to actually get on and micro multiple areas. And they're putting the pressure a lot on the Desert planet as well. Obviously, they've already lost the Moon. It doesn't matter if they can take out the Desert planet. They've got the game in the bag.
Well, I see a teleporter going up on the other side of the lake, which is probably not the best place for it. It really needs to be in the main base. So they're going to try and bring their troops over, but I think they're going to get kicked off here, and I think this is really spelling trouble for them because they only own that moon. They don't have an orbital presence yet, and Realm are really just everywhere now, like a virus.
Yeah, interesting turnaround. And the clock is ticking for Voices of War, really. They've got to do something in the orbital area. They've got to contest these other planets.
And I think we see someone... Oh, someone has a lot of jigs queued up on gas, and I see a Voices of War Fab over there, so it might be them and not the Realm.
Yeah, which looks like it.
Oh, in actual fact, no, someone's just queued up someone on the other side as well, so I don't know if... I think Voices of War might be sending another one over there by the looks of it.
Yeah, they are. 2 of them sent over there, so they're committing pretty hard to the gas giant. And I think that's the right move in this situation, don't you? I mean, they're a bit late to the boat, really, and they've missed out on Asteroid and on Ocean and on Metal.
Well, surprisingly, though, when you look at the army count, they actually have a rather significant lead. I don't know where the hell that's all where all of that is. In actual fact, it's all streaming over to the Desert planet now. If they can engage with that, maybe they can turn the tide there, because Realm are looking pretty thin on the ground down there now. Yeah,
very, very low. I mean, they're only 24 factories to 33 though, so their production is really much lower, but they do have the unit advantage right now. Because all of Realm is on those other planets, kind of just starting off and colonizing them afresh.
Yeah, I suspect almost all of that production is because they lost it on the desert planets. If they can start to get a presence back there again, I think they'll build up to equal quite quickly. Especially as with Voices of War being the only player on the gas giant right now, although they're about to lose their presence because the lone Avenger is coming over. So unfortunately that's not going to pan out for them. And but they have landed their orbital fab on the other side of the planet, so that Avenger's going to have to trek on round. We need to put some kind of guard with him though, so that it's not that easy for Realm.
And over on Desert Planet, trying to come in and attack the base with all these units they brought up here, but just under attack from anchors right now, and they're just using anchors as defenses around their base, it seems like.
And there's an orbital fabber over on Asteroid from Voices of War. It's not going to get very far, I think. You've got docks on patrol around that planet, seen on orbital radar.
Yeah, and they really have it locked down. They haven't been there for long, but they've managed to lock it down. Those docks all over the place are making it quite awkward to get on.
Yeah, Asteroid's going to be a very difficult one to take. I think, if I remember rightly, it's only about 250 radius planet. I mean, those are, you can lock those down in just a couple of minutes. Spreading out the way though, so they get hit by that anchor, and I suspect they'll just rush back in again the second the teleporter goes up. But just one Avenger's just going to fly over there and take out that fab if it gets there fast enough. I don't think that Voices of War are going to have a lot of luck here. I think Realm could probably take out a teleporter.
I think the anchors can be pretty awkward though. Like, having someone build anchors on your base is really annoying. And if you don't have the Avengers for it, you just got to get umbrellas. It's the only way you can get back, and it can be awkward sometimes getting them in the right range.
Yes, actually, in fact, yes, it is more effective against the docks than I realised. But unfortunately, they haven't queued up anything else with the fabric. It looks like they have the teleporter and then the anchor and nothing else, and they need to get on that quickly. Really, take advantage of the fact that all the docks are run away.
They are on the ocean planet though. Checking that out, they've got a teleporter down and moving some units on. So this is actually definitely steps in the right direction of contesting these areas.
But they need to wake up and start using these units, because when you get on a planet like this, you have a very small window. Otherwise, someone rolls over with their established. But the Realm have made a terrible mistake. They've got orbital fabbers everywhere, but no bomber presence. No way to kick Voices of War off this planet, and immediately Voices of War going into the air on ocean. And if they just want a couple of fighters, and they could almost wipe out the entire fabber presence there.
Yeah, they could. And destroy all of this build power as well from all of these air fabbers.
Yeah, I'm surprised. The Realm are making this. They've managed to get themselves back up on the army count. On the Desert Planet, they've certainly ramped up their production. But to be quite honest, I feel that they haven't really used the advantages that they had for getting over to so many of these planets so early. And Voices of War finally got a teleporter up on Asteroid as well. Unfortunately, they haven't linked it yet, which they need to hurry up and do, because that teleporter won't last forever.
I mean, you've got to micro it non-stop, can't you? You can't do this half-assed and then micro your base. You've got to, like, as soon as the teleporter gets built, link it up. As soon as it gets linked up, send all the units through and make sure everything happens quickly. Don't give them time to react. Yeah,
you've got to keep that pressure on. You've got to keep them moving. You really got to say, if you're invading a planet, someone's got to take responsibility for that. Keep it up in the pip. Link it the second it goes live, and all the units should already have an order to go through the teleporter. So the second it's linked, boom, they arrive.
Here we are with units going through that teleporter, and the anchor kind of defending against these lone docks that come in here to see them. Another anchor going up, and they're actually kind of secure and can contest Asteroid, which was one of the strongest planets that it looked like the realm was under control. They sent their units over there now. And going back to Ocean, it's like they were so far ahead in getting on that planet, and now they're just giving a chance for Voices of War to get back in it and contest it.
Yeah, it almost feels like an Ocean that they've decided, because Ocean's so hard to invade, it will never be invaded. But they've done nothing to stop this invasion. And really, I know from experience that this planet could be locked down really easily.
Yeah, you just have to lock down the ground, and then they can't build a teleporter there.
But on Asteroid, they're being way too passive with this force. It needs to move out now, and that umbrella is going to go up, and if that fabric is drifting... Oh, finally they're moving out. No, boombots, don't hit the umbrella, hit the fabric.
That's fine. They killed the umbrella, and they did what needed to be done. That's the important thing.
Well, these boombots now that Realm have aren't going to achieve much, because docks, of course, being the natural counter to boombots. Yeah, I feel that Realm are going to suffer hard on Asteroid now. The Voices of War are looking pretty well established.
And look at that, they just moved straight back, grouped up again. They realised they couldn't go doing their patrol move. They grouped up underneath their anchors, and that's really helped them. And they have a staging ground now. They can attack this, and it's really up to Realm to build defences and get units here and actually defend against an incoming attack, which could be coming any minute.
Yeah, and it just feels like Realm have got a rather sizable army on the desert planet, but it's been in completely the wrong position this whole time, and Voices of War sending out smaller forces, but they're hitting Realm from every angle. And actual fact, and God forgive me here, but that lake is actually in the right place. that navy is on the shore, the one place that Realm are choosing to attack by the looks of it, and it may actually be some kind of factor. So here, you're learning not how to do analysis here, children.
So the metal planet is relatively locked down, so they're in good shape there at least.
But it's only got 19 metal on it, so indeed I think Voices of War have chosen the targets quite well. Yeah,
I think the real advantage of that is, I mean, they're already up to 1,000 eco, right? Pretty soon they're going to be in the stage where they can actually build a laser, and it's going to be hard for Voices of War to actually contest that laser.
I think if we see a laser go up, then a bigger push on Asteroid, and then a Halley. But indeed, I think if the Catalyst goes up, you drop an SXX on top, over the top of it, and it takes it out. It's really, a Catalyst is almost that I've already won this game, but this is going to make sure it doesn't drag on for another 2 hours. I don't think in this situation that they get away with building Catalysts. They'd be sniped far too easily.
Possibly. Finally seeing a switch up to air on ocean. They built far too many naval factories, which I really think is a terrible idea. And now finally switching up to air, which is going to be much more versatile and powerful for them. They're actually getting anchor creeped right now. So they've got to be careful. Yeah, on the desert planet, one of the teleporters from Voices of War has been taken out. I mean, indeed, it's a tier 2 naval might be useful because in itself has anti-orbital, but I think they just need umbrellas. But there's another teleporter there anyway, and out come Voices of War, putting more troops over there. Really need to get up a bit of an anti-orbital presence on the desert planet, though, on Worcester. But yeah, I don't understand those naval factories on ocean at all. I've no idea what exactly are those going to do. You're producing huge numbers of troops that are going to achieve absolutely nothing and have. I just don't get it. I just don't get it at all. I guess the idea is that they just surround the shore and that you can never make it into the water, perhaps. But it just I don't know. It just feels like a lot of metal invested in overkilling. Yeah. It's just it's so unusual.
Way better to just have a small presence locking down the land because you can't build the teleporter from the water.
Yeah, decent air presence as well is always nice.
Unfortunately, though, Voices of War have lost their presence over on Asteroid now somehow.
Yes, they have. They're trying to build up another anchor, which will help them a bit, but not do anything aggressive. If we look over to the desert planet as well, they've had troops go straight into the middle of their main base, and now all they have are the groups of units coming out of that teleporter, and a couple of naval units left over. But that's it.
Well, I think on Asteroid it felt like they were way too passive. They got troops on there. They should have got out there and started taking out the mechs, heading every different direction, just really caused some trouble. Take away that resource advantage the Realm had by being there. They just need to take out that resource advantage so they can really start making some moves on the desert planet. But they're just looking like they're getting pushed back, and they're really letting Realm walk all over them in orbit. And they've completely lost the gas giant as well now. Realm are the only. There's certainly some Avengers around it, but they have no Faber presence there. It's Realm who are getting the jigs up.
Yeah, this is the thing. The one thing I feel Voices of War needs to concentrate on was the gas giant. If you're a little bit behind and you're losing system control, you have less planets under your control. I feel like controlling the gas giant, it just has so much eco on it. If you can control it, then you can make up for a lot of other things that you're behind on.
I think they're just taking too long with these invasions. They got on all the planets and they were looking relatively good, but they haven't really done anything with their presence on these planets. They haven't gained any advantage of it. They've got themselves an ocean, but they're not really doing anything now they're there. And those ships, for me, they're never going to get out onto the sea. But on the other hand, Realm aren't really building up much of an eco there either. I think they just need to do a bit more with the desert planet. They're getting themselves driven off and totally losing the orbital game.
Looking at the eco right now, 600 to 1200 for the Realm. So a nice healthy lead there. We've seen SSX for Realm actually attacking on ocean. And that's kind of the perfect idea actually. There's nothing that Voices of War can do to stop this, so they're going to be pushed off ocean as well. Asteroid, they're off now. Ocean, they're going to be off.
Yeah, it feels like they've really let Realm walk all over them in the orbital space, both on the desert planet and on Ocean, and they just haven't built anything to counter it. And it should be relatively easy for them to counter. You have one deep space radar, you can see everything, and then you just build an umbrella, and nothing is coming into that umbrella zone unless you try and completely overwhelm it with Avengers and lasers. But it's not cost effective to do that at all.
See an anti-nuke up, but nothing really high-tech like unit cannons or nukes for Voices of War.
It feels like Voices of War had a window there, but they've really been driven off this desert planet now. Just wasted their Avengers there against an anchor. They don't seem to know the numbers. I think it's about 20, 22 that you need to take out an anchor. They didn't seem aware of that.
No, it's not that high. It's not that high.
I think it's gone up because the anchor got buffed.
Did it?
I think it was buffed as part of the patch.
I thought it was in the region of like 9.
Oh, I think it was 9 back in the day, I think, but it's about 20 now.
Goodness me.
Yeah, they're much more packed because they used to be so useless. They were the most worthless unit. These days, they have some defensive presence to them. But the Voices of War just are losing everywhere. They're off Asteroid. They're almost off Verst. They're off Ocean. They're almost off Ocean at this point. They've never been on Metal. So all they've got is the Moon.
Yeah, Mond is their one hope. I think they should build 5 handies.
They're
building a unit cannon now. They're going for a unit cannon just here.
I don't see where they're going to go with that. Well, they're actually on the gas giant now, building a presence there. And in fact, they have managed to take out the jig presence of the Realm over on the gas giant.
Oh wow, they did. That's a really good pickup. They're going to fight against these Avengers now, which isn't a good idea.
Yeah, they should totally be staying. They should go nowhere near the Avengers. So,
but they've managed to chase them off and destroy. Because they looked like they had a foothold there.
Yeah, I think that's a bit of a. Obviously, no one from the Realm was watching the gas giant because there was really no way that Voices of War should have picked that, unless Voices of War came in through orbit right next to the jigs and blew them up fast enough because they probably chain reactioned. But yeah, so that was a nice win, but I don't think it's going to be. It's not going to be enough for them, I think.
So they've got 800 metal to 1350 right now. They're not falling behind any further. They've been building a lot of T2 Eco on Mond and saturating all their medal points there. They've still got some more to fill up as well, though. I
think the bigger problem is just going to be how they get back onto these planets in the first place. Because they're like outnumbered 3-1 in terms of army, similar in terms of factories, and the longer they leave it, the more heavily locked down these planets are. And I just don't see what their window is for getting onto them, because this isn't like Asteroid. It's not an air lockdown. It's a ground lockdown. So they can't just fly. Phoenix is over there, for example. It's very tricky for them to get onto these planets.
Oh, it's nice to see the Blue Hawks firing from the ground up. Oh, they were chasing against those orbital fabbers, and the orbital fabbers actually left orbit, so their slow-ass missiles didn't actually quite reach in time.
Yeah, I really think every time you lose a unit in orbit, it means you've made a mistake. Because really, if you're in any danger, you just fly to another planet. Oh, well, dearie me, Realm's about to make a horrible mistake and lose their SSX laser.
They are?
Over on Ocean. It's been sitting there for ages, and a bunch of Avengers disappeared next to it to blow it up.
Oh dear.
Oh, well, this is going to be very helpful for Realm, because they should be able to spot that this is happening and order it away during the pause.
Indeed, hopefully. They might just about be able to save it.
But I'm looking over the planets now, I'm just not trying to figure out what Voices of War's comeback plan is, and I guess trying really hard to take the gas giant is that's the only way I can see them trying to get some kind of edge in this game anymore. But it does feel to me that is really easy to counter.
They're already building 2 jigs there, going up for.
Yeah, I just feel that they've got just building up the 3rd now. A few more orbital fabbers, perhaps get more of a presence, but it feels like it's just going to be so easy for the Realm to land some Avengers in the middle of that jig field, and it all gets taken down in seconds.
Yeah,
it's such a fragile economy. You really have to hope the opponents notice, I think, for a gas giant to be the way that you win.
The thing is, though, the anchors now have 2 of their weapons fire against orbital, and 1 of them fire against the ground. I think they're more orbital based now, more anti-orbital. So I found when you have anchors and orbital factories producing Avengers, it's really awkward actually trying to land in the middle of jig fields and do damage. You can make it pretty turty and pretty annoying to actually break through.
Well, usually I think because they'd have to have a lot of fabrics to be keeping up with, by having anchors to take out the Avengers, and because of course then you've got to spread your you got to spread out your jigs so they're not chain reaction, which means you've got to spread out your anchors, and your opponent doesn't have to spread out their Avengers. They just land in one position and overwhelm everything you've got there. Then they can just slowly overwhelm all your defences, all of your jigs, because you can't defend everywhere. I'm not even sure if the default area build. I believe the default area build doesn't stop the chain reaction.
Unit cannon snipe. Just saying. Fired 4 units.
4
They're
units.
coming.
Oh, watch out, everyone. 4 unit cannons or 4 units fired from a unit cannon?
4 units, but they are coincidentally building a 4th unit cannon.
Where did they fire them to?
I don't know.
I don't see it.
But they're on the way. There's a lot of paths in the orbit right now. It's hard to tell where's going where.
I think we... Oh, that's the planet going by. I thought we were seeing an orbital presence over at Mond there, but it's just burst.
At this stage for Realm, I really would just be building on Asteroid and smashing into Mond, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think that'll...
I think smashing would be the easiest, quickest solution. Although they're at 2k medal income right now, you could also go for the medal planet. Like, they have more than enough air factories to get out a lot of build power very quickly. I think that would be a surprisingly quick way to end it.
I don't think they'd get away with the catalyst. I think there's just too much in orbit. I think the catalyst is so vulnerable. It costs you a fortune. It takes one SSX laser can take
lies. This is lies. They've got nothing. It'd be a great way to do it. The only thing they've got is their unit cannons.
I like the Halley idea because
the thing is, no. You slow them down, right? You kill one of the catalysts, right. You've expended a load of energy, but then they just rebuild that catalyst, and you have to suddenly chuck the same amount again, and you often don't have enough troops to keep destroying it. You only delay them a small amount.
Well, to be fair, metal doesn't have anything orbiting it, so it does take a long time for stuff to fly over there, so it would make it harder to land and raid, but you'd have to have so much build. They'd have to shut everything down right now and just do catalysts, and they're going to have to put up some tier 2 air fabbers to do that as well. I think, oh look, the unit cannon troops are uselessly flying in here. That's not going to work. Yeah, that was the worst place to land. Oh dear. I'm not quite sure they tried to take the metal plant either. Maybe they don't even know that. They probably don't know that Realm was there. Actually, I don't think they've ever been there.
I don't think they ever, thought about it.
I think you're right. I think you take Asteroid, you build some Halleys, and you smash it into Mond, and it's GG's because the 2 plants would obliterate each other. They're the same size. And that's it.
Unit cannon coming out.
I think it's. I feel pretty confident in saying that this is a Voices of War unit cannon, right? Yeah. Oh no, it's a Realm one. Okay.
No, Voices of War. There's probably Realm ones going up as well.
Yeah, they've got 5 over on the desert planet, with more orbital factories on the way. I think make it hard work if it's victory, to be quite honest. I mean, have they even made any attacks on Mond? There's a laser leaving it.
Yeah, they just came in for an attack and decided better of it and went back off.
I'm not sure what they're doing. You drop a teleporter there, and I don't really see how Voice of War stopped that teleporter.
They have no unit. Well, they have units actually over here. Next to the teleporter.
They got a lot of docks and troops that could shut it down. But if Realm should have enough troops to get through that teleporter and defend it, I would expect. Just send enough fabbers over there, build up 2, 3 teleporters, pour your whole army on, but just Halley it. Just Halley it. Instant win.
Yeah, I feel this is just the quickest, easiest solution. I still think they could do a medal plan.
Oh, and in fact they are Halleying it. There we go. See, we need to get over there, and we need to take charge of Realm.
Yeah, we should do Exodus Clan Wars. We would have kicked all their asses. But then they would have been like, "Oh, you must have cheated because you organised it," and we would have been like, "Yeah,
well, that was
cry more, QQ."
I know, because Exodus has such a great record in team games as well.
Yeah, I know.
I think we've shown that we really communicate well as a team, and we definitely don't do like 4 unique and different strategies that in no way, work with one another. I think we're just going to see these 3 Halleys go up, and they got their Avengers sensibly camped next to them. I don't think there's going to be much that Voice of War can do about this.
They have a decent amount of build power in it as well. We're already 60% of the way through that first Halley. Yeah,
I'm not seeing a way to stop this for Voice of War. I think this is the end, and the Realm are going to win Clan Wars with a rather stylish Planet Smash, I think.
Yeah, indeed. So Realm do need this win, and they will actually win Clan Wars because they will have enough points to take the top spot before all the games are finished and played out.
Yeah, because indeed, this is the Realm's last game in Clan Wars. It's only PA Gods, Promethean, Team Burning, and Voices of War who still have matches left after tonight.
I thought this put the Realm up to 8 games, not 10.
The Cult chose to forfeit their remaining 2 games, so the Realm don't have 2 games less than everyone else left to play.
Okay.
So this is indeed their last game.
SSX is coming in, someone says. Have I missed that?
Well, there's a lot of Avengers gathered together.
Yeah, we do see some T2 fighters moving as well.
Okay,
T2 fighters are flying around Mond actually right now.
We
see the unit cans have been fired. Send everything, they said.
Is this Voice of War again? Firing over... Is it Voice of War launching? I'm not seeing any units.
They fired dozens. Dozens. We do see an SSX about to land on Mond, I think. Oh, a whole load of air fighters just landed as well. And now they've been patrol.
This is the second sweep, I think.
It's nice. You can obviously use the radars as intel, but now you can also use the T2 air fighters to get down and actually fly around and explore a little bit nice and quickly. So it's a nice little bit of intel potentially. There's
a lot more options for Orbital now. I don't think we're going to see these kind of stalemates anymore. I think there's just so many ways to get into a planet now. It's especially actually with the anchors looking like they're more effective at establishing beachheads too, as we saw over on Asteroid. I think it should be it's going to be prove quite hard just to lock a planet down so no one can ever build a teleporter or do anything.
Advanced radar flying above Voice of War's base, which is huge for Realm, giving them incredibly important intel, finding out where that commander is, seeing the anti-nuke, seeing where the units are distributed.
I think they're just almost doing this to pass the time while the Halley gets built, because if they manage to build that, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, they're 2/3 of the way through the second Halley, so almost 2/3 of the way through the smash.
And they've just landed a bunch of units with their unit cannons over onto Mond. Another one of their how many different ways can we try and beat them on Mond strategy. They've got a teleport going down, they've got units going through unit cannons, they've got tier 2 air landing, they've got Halleys getting built. Which strategy will win first?
Hard to choose. Are those unit cannons firing onto their own planet to try and save them here? It looks like it. Didn't turn fast enough. They're trying. It's not going to work.
2 units fired.
Shots fired, everybody. Up and then back down. And then by the time they land, those units are going to be gone.
I think they're going to land and get shot. Yeah. They're not going to do anything. There we go.
Oi, no. Oi.
So look. Oh, no. One Realm Slammer was killed.
Ooh.
Yep, they could turn the tide.
Tango down. Down go the unit cannons. Up goes the teleporter right next to the base as well. And here we go with the full-scale invade. Units being scrambled from Voices of War to try and deal with them. They do have that big group all the way over there. Advanced radar now finally taken out. Now they know where the commander is as well. The game is slowing down a little bit, but those slammers do move pretty quickly. They could try and chase down that commander before the units can cut them off.
And that's why they're making.
Oh wow! Invasion!
Yeah,
hello, next to the Halleys.
Yeah. Going for it, and I think they've. And all the troops of the realm are on the wrong side of the Halleys.
They're not going to be able to stop them. They're going to slow them down, perhaps. Oh, Boombot's actually got in close, managed to take care of a couple of the slammers and thinning them out. Thinning them out's very important at this stage. Currently, we have a whole load of anti-air rushing the slammers. Probably just trying to scare them off in sheer numbers. Probably won't work.
Spinners. That's who you want to lead the charge with. I was surprised at how effective the boom bots were against those slammers.
Yeah, it was a surprise for sure. And teleporters up, and units are coming through as well. Voice of War not letting up and really contesting.
It does seem like the realm having multiple strategies and taking the moon is smart.
One Halley goes down. It's now definitely been slowed down a bit. All those units coming through as well.
GG realm. GG.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tried your best realm, but unfortunately...
Yeah, we're calling it here. GG's go out.
Better luck next game.
That invasion is happening, coming in against the commander of Voices of War, but there's still units left there, and I think they're going to be able to defend.
Oh, I just don't understand. If they have, you can see how many troops they have here, and how easy it was to get onto this planet. So, what the hell have they been doing all this time? Why is it taken until now for them to launch this massive invasion of asteroid? Why didn't they launch this massive invasion of asteroid, you know, about 15 minutes ago when they first arrived?
It was hesitation, wasn't it? They had a chance and they didn't just quite get down and go for it.
I think they split their attention to an asteroid and the desert planet first, and that was a mistake. They had to choose one and go for it, and they tried to get both. And didn't really quite take either. It feels almost like they went more for Versta, and that ended up being a big mistake because it was too big, and they never quite took it. There is chased realm everywhere.
I don't think they realise these are anti-air. They're kind of walking them in. They're tanking for the tanks at least, but doesn't seem ideal.
I don't think Realm have really set up for countering a ground invasion. Oh my good god, they do have a lot of anti-air. And they're sending in anti-air reinforcements through the teleporter. Thank god. Yeah, I just wonder how many of Realm's troops are spinners and how much do they have that's not a spinner.
We do see attacks coming in against the commander on the moon.
Although it does... oh, he's Iceland, but that's again, it's a half spinner army.
Yeah, that's not so good, is it?
It's amazing how many spinners Realm have. They really have got. They can protect their invasions against an air army that simply doesn't seem to exist, or perhaps it did exist and has been killed. But I don't remember a lot of air from coming in from the Voices of War. And indeed, with the tier 2 fighters being available to them, they might be better off just focusing on all bolos.
People are screaming at me to look at the pip. I have been looking at the pip this whole time. I've had it up the whole time.
The man is a professional, people. He has never missed anything in his life.
Yeah, and I'm always on time.
Exactly. I just don't understand. I mean, look at this. Asteroid. Voices of War are absolutely spanking the realm over here. And I do not understand why it's taken them this long to do this. It's like they suddenly realise, oh my god, we might actually lose the game.
Yeah.
We should probably fight back.
Let's go for it.
Yeah. Where was this Voices of War ages ago? Because they're beating the realm off a moon.
Check out Gas Planet.
Yeah.
Tons of orbital units up there ready to contest. They've done a good job of trying. They're trying to build an orbital factory now, so they can keep building some more jigs and get some units up there. Their orbital fighters are ready to contest the northern side of the gas giant.
They need to hurry up and move in, because otherwise they're going to lose their window if more of these anchors go up. They've got enough, I think, to beat that one anchor and those events. No, they're moving away. What are they doing? They're going to try and circle around, I think. But I think they should just move in. Yeah, they're doing that now. They should fire on the anchor first. Take the anchor out. Take out. Oh, actually, no. They're going to have to take out the Fabulous, so that anchor's going up pretty fast.
Serious competition. Now, interestingly, those Halleys really did get destroyed. The second one got destroyed as well. So now they only have one that is 60% of the way through, so they're way far behind. They didn't just disrupt, they completely stopped the build of all those Halleys in that smash.
Well, Realm has finally found its army though, and it's finally turned up and it's not spinners anymore. So I don't think that this invasion is going to last much longer.
Randy's saying go Annihilator. I say the same thing, like, I've been saying this for a while.
You and Randy are both wrong.
No!
You're both wrong. The Annihilator.
He's called Randy. How can you be wrong?
Realm have exactly the right idea with these Halleys. They've just made a real hash of defending the things. I mean, really, there's no excuse for this invasion happening. I mean, honestly, Realm, what the hell? How long have you had Asteroid for? Why is this planet not coated with umbrellas? You're building Halleys
has landed over the moon, and it's just aiming to fire now. Where's it going to go for? Because it's being pelted by this umbrella. If it doesn't get its shot off soon, the umbrella's going to finish it.
You mean an asteroid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going down.
Trying to take out the umbrella. Oh, it gets taken out just in time. And the umbrella remains standing.
Well, that's smart targeting there by Voices of War, because there are other units in the area as well, so I think they manually targeted the laser. I don't think it's going to matter though. This attack from Realm is going to push them back off Asteroid again. Not really sure that building your factories on Asteroid was probably the best plan. You got 2 teleporters. Did you really need to have your entire production base on this planet?
Yeah, along a little bit right now. All those docks.
Yeah, that's where they're going to roll on through there, and again we're going to see Voices of War pushed back to Mond, and Realm are just going to go back to building up those Halleys again, I think. And this time, probably going to do a better job of defending this area. You know, those docks, for example. If you're going to Halley from Asteroid, why were those docks not on Asteroid in the first place? So that the second a teleporter went down, they run over, they blow up the teleporter, and then Realm continue on towards their inevitable victory.
Guess they're going to finally put in a big attack against this bastion of defense that they'd created on Asteroid. They're turtling up like crazy, getting up these walls as well. And we see mostly T1 units. There's no T2 to break through. One thing I'm shocked about is this Halley is taking so long. I guess it's just the sim speed, isn't it? Because they've got a lot of build power on it.
Yeah, I think it's just the sim speed at this point. You can see the units moving forward really slowly. A very optimistic minefield laid out there that I think is never going to happen. These docks are just going to... I'm still mystified actually as to why they built their production on this planet though. Why not build it over on Moon and then bring them through the teleporters so it can't get taken out by these docks attacks?
Okay. Switch up. On the Metal Planet, they started building air fabbers.
Tier 1 or Tier 2?
Tier 1, and they have a T2 pumping out T2 as well.
They should just stop the Tier 1 air fabbers and just...
No, they shouldn't. They should keep the T1 air fabbers to get more build power.
No, it's more energy efficient to get it from the Tier 2. You're better off just abandoning Tier 1 fabbers when you've got Tier 2 fabbers.
Who cares? They've got 10 air factories, and they could be getting 10 air fabbers every 15 seconds. Yeah, why would they not want that build power?
They're all assisting that factory. I'm not even sure if is that the most efficient way for them to go. I think they'd be better off spamming out more Tier 2 air factories. Because the factory itself is more efficient, so you could get you'll get more production out that way. Yes. You'll make better use of their metal if they just go for the Tier 2 fabbers.
But right now, they just need to get up a lot of their build power, and then get the catalyst built as quickly as possible before another invade like this one happens.
It's never going to happen.
It's going to happen.
I'm calling it now. It's never going to happen. That annihilates.
They've got one Halley built, right?
It's totally not firing this game. I'm calling it now.
It'll fire in 30 minutes when they build it.
Hashtag never gonna happen. I'm calling it. I do like that this base is hanging on for dear life, and they're still sending spinners at it. Why are they sending the spinners out?
It's suppressing fire.
I don't even understand why they're ramming the walls. Just attack, move, and kill the walls.
These poor docks are going to get vaporized eventually. They're trying to come in that side.
They're going to kill all the production. Is that umbrella still there? They could do some grenadiers at this point. Just take out that, just take out that umbrella, and then bring the lasers back. I mean, just bring all the. How many lasers they got? They must have a few by now. Bring all the lasers back. Take out the umbrella, and then finish off this whole invasion nonsense. I just can't believe the Voices of War still got a presence on this planet.
Yeah, kind of amazing. Looking over at Mond, kind of missing it there. Group from Realm are trying to attack in towards one of the commanders there. I think they came from a unit cannon. Catapults going up to help defend.
Yeah, I think this at this point is just a just starting to wear Voices of War down, and it's not going to be an attack that ends the game for them, but starting to sneak in, see what's going on, And again, though, more anti-air. It almost feels like they're building by rote at this point because they expect there to be bombers and locking down the planet. So they keep sending anti-air despite the complete lack of evidence of any air actually existing. They'd be way better off using those phoenixes if they're really worried about air. Get a phoenix over there, kill any air presence, and then get your units from the unit cannon down. And where they're evacuating a commander off of Moon.
Oh, he's being attacked by the SSX.
Yep.
Probably a good idea to get out of there.
He's going to go to the asteroid base, I guess.
Really? That is hilarious.
So
let's go to that invading place. It's currently safer than on our planet.
Yeah, because again we see for some reason the commander is not standing by his umbrellas. They had about 5 or 6 umbrellas at this point, and he's not standing there. No, he's standing by the near-dead umbrella instead. I don't. Yeah, some of the commander positioning in this in today's fixtures has been bizarre.
Yeah, there have been some weird mistakes.
But I think we're just going. He's going to make a brave last stand here with his troops in this very aesthetically pleasing base.
He does have walls. He's got that going for him.
He does. It does look nice. I'll give it that.
Might be trying to sneak back through the teleporter again. Because the SSX left the planet, so it is safe to go back now.
He might well do, actually. I don't really... Yeah, this presence is just eventually going to die. Could do with some shellers, really, at this point. If they had shell... But I think it's all irrelevant, because they're getting up their 3rd Halley, and they've got this Voice of War presence completely contained.
People are suggesting a nuke on asteroid. I think that would have been a good idea. A long time ago. They must have had some nukes spare, surely.
Well, they got an anti-nuke up on that. Well, there's an anti-nuke on asteroid, 3 fully loaded, and the base area is so small. I think it'd be quite hard to nuke it there. I don't think there are any really good nuke targets. I love that there's still
nuke asteroid. To be honest.
I think most importantly, Realm are still building up their naval presence on ocean.
Oh, that is important.
They're getting out those stingrays.
Well, they have stopped. Oh, right. Yeah, they stopped the T1 production because it's kind of like defunct at this stage of the game, but they are assisting pretty heavily on their T2.
And it's and once again it's Merid's commander. I think that's Merid,
yes.
Right? Merid.
Good job, Merid. You pump those stingrays out. Don't rush the metal planet. Don't rush those Halleys. You make sure there's stingrays to protect the airspace on the ocean planet.
Merid is a creature that seems to be comfortable lurking in lakes, with his head just sticking out.
Here we go. Here we go. Catalyst started. Now, Catalyst started. Tons of build power, tons of engineers. It's going up pretty damn quick, even with the slow sim speed. 50% of the way through the first Catalyst already. Still trying to put pressure on that base, on the asteroid. 3 Halleys are done. 3 Halleys are now activated. And here we go as we see this moon hurtling around the system. Let's see if we can smash into that asteroid.
Yeah, I think at this point, GG. There is nowhere for Voice of War to go. They're teleporters. I take them to the planet with the Halleys, or to the planet that's about to be Halleyed. So yeah, unfortunately, this is the end. The Voice of War. Once that planet finally finishes its.
I like the fact that they're on here fighting on this planet while it's hurtling through space on a collision course with their own base.
It is beautiful, and they are making their desperate last push now.
Yes, look, they're doing a bit of raiding. They're trying to take care of these T1 mechs towards the south.
I think they're trying to. Well, I think they're trying to flank it. They're trying to come around the side and get, because the Halleys themselves are actually off the edge of the forces. They're going to try and come around this flank.
Do it, please. Everyone in chat wants this game to extend for another 10 minutes.
They're never going to make it, unfortunately.
Do it.
It's not going to happen, chat. Really sorry. Realm's got this. They know what's up. And they finally got these. Oh, is this? Oh, I thought it was shellers. They got some pelters, which they could have really done with. I don't know. Why didn't they have those pelters built further forward so they could shell that foothold? Whatever. And they come and say they're trying to sneak around the side. Ram knows what's up. They're coming through. Oh, the all-important Hulkins are being built. Yeah, that'll do it, lads. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, they have the build power, and Hulkins could be useful against group units, I guess, but I think these tanks should be sufficient.
I guess that was something that started a while ago to try and take out that base. I don't know how Hulkins work on a planet this small. Does it work?
Evidently it does. It's firing.
Firing this short. No, here we go. I see shadows. Oh, it's
wait, you just got stopped. Naturally. Naturally, they stopped it.
Do I sense? Yeah. Do I sense some trolling here from the realm?
Oh my gosh, Voices of War, just do not give up. Second catalyst has been built, and they've just managed to build an anchor above their catalyst.
Oh, this is why they've stopped it, because they decided, yeah, they decided we're going to try and annihilate us, so we don't want to smash. That's not cool enough. Oh dear me.
Orbital fight happening at the gas giant as a whole load of Avengers move south, taking care of some of these anchors that have been rebuilt. Voices of War sitting on 1400 metal actually. Jig's helping.
Did I just hear Asteroid get relaunched again? Yep. Off it goes. They're hallying.
Units coming in at the Halleys. Oh, there's too much anti-air, they're not going to make it.
This is really close, yeah. John Maver, eat your heart out. I'm sure you're visualising stuff like this happening when you were designing this game. You got a unit hurtling through space, you got a planet hurtling through space towards another planet, smash into it, while units move through teleporters to invade and fight across them as we fly by the sun. It's beautiful.
This is love, this is life.
And I
don't. A while to get around. It doesn't even look like it's moving right now.
Yeah, actually, is it moving? I think it is. Actually, is that sim speed?
Oh, it is moving. It is
yeah,
moving.
It's just sim speed. And because it's not moving on its what looks to be its aligned course. So yes, I think.
Oh my goodness, this catalyst is on 50%. They have managed to shoot down the Fabbers.
Well, what they
third catalyst has been built, even though the first catalyst is down below 50 now.
They should probably have built the anchors over one of the slots that didn't have a catalyst, so they could just shoot the anchors building the catalyst.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think those anchors are probably going to take out that catalyst.
I think it would be nice if that asteroid could get where it's going.
You can't rush these things, Zaphod. It's taking its time, you know.
Right.
I don't think that's. I think they've cancelled it, and you've broken your planet, people. You've broken your planet. Should have just let it hally. Shouldn't have tried to
Do you
show
think
off.
It's broken because it's too close or something.
It doesn't. Well, it's not following its. It's not following the smash path. I'm not sure if it's just slowly getting there or if it's bust. And that's what happens when you play with annihilators, children. You just try and get a little too fancy for yourself. So just taking your victory.
Sending some Avengers over to try and stop these anchors.
It's not enough.
And also getting the umbrella up might be able to save them just before it dies. It's on 13%. I think they're just.
That catalyst is going down.
No, it's not.
It's totally going down. It's totally going down. I like the way that Voice of War are telling them what to do as well, because they're not going to just GG. They're like, no, you have to come and smash us. Yeah, this planet is now actually just. Yeah, it was just orbiting the sun by the looks of it. It wasn't actually heading towards that. I'm not sure what it was doing. They're building more Halleys because if 3's not getting the job done, then why not? I guess.
Oh my goodness. What? They're building a 5th Halley.
Yep, you see, it just obviously wasn't enough power to get.
Oh, something's happening. Oh, something's definitely happening.
Has it gone into an orbit now?
It's moving, and it's now in an orbit, I guess.
You see, the realm.
I think they cancelled it.
Haven't earned their planetary driving license. Not really sure what they're doing with that planet. Oh, and look, that catalyst died.
taking over the catalyst. It looks like they didn't build their umbrellas close enough, so they haven't managed to shoot down those anchors.
That's some nice anchor placement going on there, really. But this catalyst that I did was really silly. Should have just let your thing smash. Alright, they fired the planet again. Is it gonna get there?
It rotated a bit.
I'm not seeing the smash. Oh no, there's a smash line. Yeah, I think they've broken that planet.
Yeah, they broke it.
You broke it.
You don't
wrong.
play with your food, boys.
Yeah, GG lads. You tried your best, but alas, you couldn't smash and you couldn't annihilate her.
I hope they get a draw out of this.
Oh, great. Voices of War building their own helis on Mond.
Do it.
If Asteroid won't come to them, they're coming to Asteroid.
That's classy.
Yeah, these Voices of War players are going to show these Realm noobs exactly how Planet Smash is done.
And Rome have just scouted those helis being built, so they're probably going to try and disrupt that.
Yeah. That's totally what you should do, Realm.
You need to change your priorities and stop that.
They're like, no, not while we're still trying to build catalysts.
Jeez Louise, working on the third catalyst now, still haven't got rid of those anchors.
How have they not managed that as well, actually? They must have an enormous Avenger. Look at this Avenger force on the gas giant. Just take that over to your metal planet. I mean, really, do you need to kill this this economy?
Apparently they do.
And frankly, is the best way to kill that economy by flying slowly across the gas giant? Go to the metal planet, take out the anchors, then fly back to the gas giant and land on top of that economy. I think what Realm are demonstrating here is just how hard. Voices of War making a wise suggestion there. If you can surrender and we count it as a draw. Well said, player. Well said.
Still building those stingrays on the ocean planet.
Yes, because at any second now there could be a... You think at this point, you just don't have a commander there. Just don't have a commander there. I mean, move away. It's surrounded by umbrellas anyway, so I'm not sure what the stingrays are going to do precisely. I do like that there is still an anti-air turret on ocean from Voices of War.
Yeah, they broke that moon. They broke it good.
Yeah, so
what's all that going on in orbit right now? Voices of War have tons of stuff in orbit.
I suspect then we're going to move over to the metal planet, maybe? Just to defend their anchors, because they ain't going to be annihilated.
The fourth catalyst is going to be destroyed pretty quick. Now what they need to do is send all of those fighters they have.
I want to see. I really want to see Voices of War just send some phoenixes over to the metal planet and take out that entire Faber army.
Oh my gosh! And they fire like 5 missiles. They fire like huge multiple fire, so it would just shred through all of those.
Exactly. Yeah, look, here we go. This is exactly where the Avengers went. They're guarding against this last catalyst being built. They're going to guard the anchors. This catalyst is never going up.
In comes the invasion.
I think to be quite honest,
they're going to build these anchors, and these stupid units aren't going to be able to stop them.
I think they should just send over the phoenixes, blow up the air fabbers, then arrange the phoenixes in the formation that looks like a middle finger. That's probably the best approach right now. Oh look, Asteroid has fired up his engines again. But this time for sure.
It's time for realsies.
Oh lads, you're only firing 4 of the engines. The 5th engine is not firing. Oh, they've launched a nuke.
Oh, they finally launched a nuke at that one area.
We're 40 minutes in and 1 nuke has been launched. That's definitely the scale we should be operating at this point in the game, lads.
Oh, it does look like it's moving actually. It looks like it's getting
really?
somewhere.
I think it's just orbiting it. I don't think it's going on a smash course. Finally the invasion of
managed to
Asteroid.
clear them off Asteroid.
Yes.
I guess with that weight missing from the planet, the helis will be able to push it quicker now.
I think Realm should be Oh my god, Realm actually invading Moon and shutting down the Harry.
Oh dear.
I mean, seriously.
How rude.
The one they're trying to go for an SSX snipe on the commander. It's not going to work.
Well, they're going to try. The Umbrella's going to shoot him down double time. There goes one. There goes two. Oh no, they escaped. Great job, guys. Good job.
yeah, good work shutting down these Hallies. There was a real danger that they were going to Halley into your planet and win you the game, and that couldn't be allowed to happen.
Moon turned around apparently.
Okay, go home, Moon. You're drunk.
Where's the Moon turned around?
Oh look, another catalyst is getting shut down. Yep, looks like the Avengers had to fight something. Oh my good god, so they're building an orbital presence over on Metal. Just spamming out those factories now. Because they must have a catalyst. Oh, it's moving. Oh! It's on a smash course at last.
Well...
Asteroid is finally...
a very long time to get there.
It's
oh no, now it's moving suddenly.
Yeah.
It's suddenly actually moving. Like, actually moving.
They've taken the drunk burnt custard off the controls. And they know what they're doing now. Someone else has taken the steering wheel. Because Realm couldn't let Voice of the War close out this game for them. It had to be Realm.
Here we go. Final approach now.
It was like a sigh of acceptance. Ah, finally.
Looping around. Hairpin tone.
Oh please, come on!
Drift,
I wish there was
drift.
I wish there was a fab over at Metal so they could do a last second evacuation there. It didn't actually take out the entire planet, which is a bit of a surprise. I'm not really sure how these things work anymore. Oh, and a nuke, just in case. So that seals Clan Wars Season 1 for the Realm.
Yes, congratulations for finishing out in such a expedited and efficient manner.
Yeah, exactly. Really made that game their own.
Great job, Realm. You really showed off how exciting this game can be. Congratulations for making Clan Wars an incredibly entertaining viewing experience. This is a brilliant way to end off Season 1. Congratulations to the Realm.
Well, premature. It's not quite the end of Season 1 yet. People are still will still see who's going to come out second.
Yeah, who's first loser?
But yes, Realm being very stubborn at the end there in who had to smash what, and some amazing play with the catalyst. The catalyst that they managed to get defeated by 2 anchors, despite having 3 times the economy. 2 anchors literally shut down Realm Super. Shall we bring Custard in here to congratulate him on his victory?
To interrogate him on the
the shame
on his play. Yes,
I think so. Hello, Custard. Wait for Custard to unmute himself.
Hello.
Hello, and congratulations to the Realm on winning Season 1 of Clan Wars.
Yay! Thanks.
And as we were saying, what an amazingly exciting way to close it off there, and certainly not at all unnecessarily drawn out by the Realm.
Well, did you see our planet? How it got stuck next to the sun?
I did, and then I saw a rather impressive display where Voices of War got bored of waiting for you to smash them, built some Hallies so they could come smash you. And
well, they didn't
Realm
quite get them in time.
Yeah, Realm said,
they
"Not on
kept
my
killing
watch."
our catalysts. It was a little awkward.
Yes, the Realm were like, "Not on my watch," and came and destroyed Voices of War's Hallies because they're like, "No, we have to smash you."
Yeah, I don't know why our planet got so stuck, and we don't know how it got cancelled either. No one is admitting to cancelling our Hallies.
I bet no one is. Yeah, someone broke the super weapon, and then your other super weapon got shut down by just 2 anchors.
Yeah.
We were really hoping that some phoenixes were going to fly over there and blow up your air fabbers.
Yeah, we're lucky they didn't.
Well, I think at that point it was they were waiting for the end. I think you had them pretty outnumbered at the end there.
Yeah, it was quite nice killing all the commanders quite early on, and then we were just trying to snipe the last one, but he had so many umbrellas and stuff near him.
I have to say, actually, it was a bit. There was a time there when it looked a bit touch and go.
When we lost the moon, that was a shame, but we didn't die completely.
Yeah, well, we had our theory, because for a time it looked like Voice of War was staging a bit of a comeback, and perhaps going to turn this game around and deny you that guaranteed victory. But then it all sort of petered out. I mean, what do you think happened there?
Do you mean when they killed our Halleys like the first time we tried?
No, I know long before that.
Before that.
They drove you off the moon. And then they started invading on asteroid. They started invading on Verst, and they started invading on Ocean. And it looked for a while that they had the troops. They had about the same as you, I think, at that point.
Yeah, it was a bit concerning. Around that time, all of our players were switching roles and switching planets and doing kind of random stuff everywhere. Like I controlled the Air Force on the desert planet for a while, even though I started on the moon. And I think it was that. We don't know. No one's admitting to it. I don't blame them if whoever did it.
Yeah, so, well, when we see someone turn up without a realm tag anymore, we'll know who it was.
Then you'll know who it was.
Well, yeah, I have to. Yeah, it did seem that you were really in trouble there, but you turned that around nicely, and I think from that point, once you turned that, it seemed that they were doomed. Although very exciting watching them make that last-second attack over an asteroid to try and shut down your Halleys.
Yeah, I didn't think they'd get that far, but it turns out that all of the tanks we had were spinners.
It was impressive watching you attacking your opponent who had actually no air force anywhere in the system, and yet there were all these spinners, millions of spinners, unit cannons launching more spinners.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how that happened, but we quickly switched the factories back to tanks, but then they have to build the unit, and then they have to go into the teleporter, and then they have to move from our teleporter to the other side of the Halleys, which were like a wall between our teleporter and their base. So it took a while to make that switch from pure spinners to tank.
It does sound like Realm were really in control of their game. We're not sure who cancelled the planet. We're not sure who built the spinners.
Well, I think it was Mered who built the spinners because we were planning on doing an orbital invasion and we were expecting a lot of air force. But I'm not sure how we made that many.
Well, having, I know you've played the previous balance a lot. How does this new balance compare to that? So how different was it?
It was quite different. There seems to be a bit more unit variety now. It was nice to see the Grenadiers, although I think that gave Bao a slight disadvantage at some points when they could have killed us a bit quicker with ants or docks.
Yeah, it felt like on the moon that the Grenadiers would have been good if you'd been building walls to stop them, but you weren't.
Yeah, well, the point with Grenadiers is they're actually not completely useless anymore because they can shoot over your opponent's walls, but we didn't have that many walls for them to shoot over.
Yeah, I did feel that they made it a lot harder. They could have won the moon faster had they gone for almost anything else, because they just didn't need the Grenadiers, because there was nothing for the Grenadiers to counter.
And I don't think we could have taken out both their commanders there if they had built more docks, because we built quite a few boombots.
Oh, I think as well, actually, it did seem that Voices of War sort of made a bit of a mistake. There's boombots bunched up before they attacked, and Voices of War missed a great opportunity to uber cannon them at that point.
Yeah.
But I think looking at that was a case of I think Realm having a bit more 1v1 experience in the team, perhaps a bit more micro skills going on there with the Realm team over Voices of War.
We did quite a bit of wiggling as well to avoid the Grenadier shots. Helped.
Yeah, they can be micro-DMs, can't they? Quite well, Grenadiers. I think I'd be interested to see how long that Combat Fabric Grenadier strat is going to be around for, and if people are going to find it's too easily countered by, say, docks just making it round the walls.
Well, right now I think it's better to use mostly docks or ants, tanks, but the Grenadiers are definitely better than the other units in the situation when both teams have walls and you're trying to shoot over your opponent's walls. But any other situation, you shouldn't really use them.
Well, now that we've come to the end of your season, I think you've played every clan apart from the Cult, who withdrew before you got a chance to play against them. Which system did you find the most interesting to play on?
I think this last one was probably the most interesting, but also the messiest and the most stressful. I, for example, only have 4 camera anchor hotkeys, which made it a little bit trickier for me. But I really liked the Realm home system as well. think that's one of the best because it's kind of obvious that you would spawn with a commander on the moon, a commander on the lava planet, and 2 commanders on the tropical planet. And those 3 separate fights are quite interesting.
So, do you think we'll see the realm in? Do you think we'll see the realm in season 2?
Pardon?
I said, do you think we'll see the realm in season 2?
Yes, you'll definitely see the realm in season 2, and hopefully we'll have an even more interesting home system.
Okay, I've been told to shut up and let Zaphod talk now. So, Zaphod, over to you, my son.
No, you've got it totally covered, man.
I'm getting orders from my staff.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to say. Get scorned!
I'm glad of your pronunciation of scone. I think it's the correct pronunciation, and everyone else is saying it wrong.
What? Everyone's saying scone?
Yeah.
I said scone.
Scone, mate.
Scone.
Yeah, scone, definitely.
Scone.
Yeah, alright, dudes. High five, everyone.
I'm pretty sure scone is a southern thing, isn't it?
No, scone is just wrong.
Yeah, I'll give you that. It's scone.
Yeah, I'm with you on that page. Well, in that case then, I think, well, congratulations again to the Realm on your victory. Well deserved. I think you've put a very, very strong performance across this season, and it's been a pleasure to watch you play. Even perhaps took a little while and a couple of orbital games, I think, to really claim your victory.
Yeah. Well, that last game, again, the orbital transfer times were quite long when the sim speed is so low.
Yeah.
But we didn't forget what we were doing this time. We had several plans.
No, you did expand that very well when you took that system first. And I think that's what really doomed Vow in the end. So, congratulations to you, and yeah, thank you for participating. We hope to see you in season 2.
Yeah, thank you.